Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to take another quick look at the game Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures game. Now, Vinny Jr. and I are going to go ahead and play another game. He'll be the Rebel Alliance, I'll be the Imperial Fleet. It'll be a 50-point game. So with that said, let's take a look at our current ship setup. Alright, now from my side of things, I'm the Imperial Fleet. I have 3 TIE Fighters here. I've got Backstabber, Night Beast, and Mauler Mythal. And as far as the upgrade cards are concerned, Mauler Mythal has the Squad Leader upgrade card for a total of 50 points. And Vinny is the Rebel Alliance. He has a green squadron pilot, a gold squadron pilot. This is an A-wing and a Y-wing. And as far as the Y-wing goes, he has all of the upgrade cards, R5K6, proton torpedoes, and an ion cannon turret. If you have any questions about these cards, feel free to leave a comment. Though I do have other videos out on my YouTube channel that go over these upgrade and pilot cards in detail. Alright, so in the last video I went over the rounds in detail. I'll try and do the same thing here, but for the sake of expediency I'll be sort of making moves a little bit faster this time around. So we're going to start with the movement phase. So off camera we're going to decide our moves, and we'll go ahead and start it back up when we're ready. Okay, now we've went ahead and locked in our movement, and during the movement phase we're going to go ahead and start with the pilot with the lowest skill. So go ahead and reveal your Y-wing. It has a pilot skill of 2. That is 3 straight.
Yeah.
Alright. And now we'll go ahead and move the other ones off camera just because it'll save time, and I can guarantee that no one will be in range of each other in order to fire. So I'm just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the next movement phase. Okay, movement phase. We'll start with the Y-wing. Has a pilot skill of 2. Flip that over. 2 straight. Do you want to take an action, or what do you want to do?
Yes.
What do you want to
do? A target lock.
Target lock. Are you in range of a target lock?
Sure.
Barely. Yeah, barely. Okay. So you're going to do which one? Mauler Mythal. Alright, so you've got a red there and a blue there. Okay. Alright, so next up is your A-wing. Go ahead and reveal that. What is that?
2 straight.
2 straight. Alright, action for that one.
Focus.
Focus. Alright. So you're good there. Next up, we have Night Beast. He has a pilot skill of 5, so he would move next. Again, lowest to highest. Slight left at 2. There we go. Now, when he performs a green maneuver, as he just did, he gets a free focus action. So I'm going to go ahead and add that now, and then for my regular action, I'll add... Not that I'm really in range of anything. I'm going to try a barrel roll just to put myself in... Well, yeah. Do I want to risk it? That's the question. Well, maybe I'll... Darn it. I guess I'll do an evade just to be on the safe side. Although I don't foresee myself using Night Beast this round. Alright, so next up we have 6 over here. That is Backstabber. He has a hard right at 3. And for my action, I'll go ahead and perform... I guess I'll do a... well, if you're going to be attacking him, the A-wing... I think I'll do a focus. And finally, you've got Mauler Mythal at pilot of 7. That is 2 to the slight right. And actually, I just collided with my own ship. I'm an idiot. So that stops here. I do not get to get an action with him. So that'll conclude the movement phase, and we'll move on to the combat phase. Okay, combat phase. We've got Mauler Mythal has the highest pilot skill, so he will shoot first. He will go ahead and target the A-wing. He is within range. We've got a, let's see, closest to closest, that is 2. Barely. You've got this 2 touching this portion here. So there are no bonuses to defense or offense there. So I'll go ahead and I get to roll 2 attack dice.
I get 3.
And you get 3?
3.
Okay. Alright, so wait, before you roll, attack goes first. I've got 1 hit, 1 focus. I can't do anything with that. So go ahead and roll your defense. You've got 2 evades, so my attack misses. Alright, so next up we have, who's next up? We've got 6 here, that's Backstabber. I will attack the A-Wing. Again, I'm probably at range 2 here. Yes. So I get to attack with 2 dice. Don't wait. Don't roll yet. I've got 2 hits. So go ahead and roll yours. You've got 1 evade and 1 focus. You're going to use your focus token to change that to an evade, thereby resulting in no hits. Alright, finally. Night Beast is not... There's no one in his firing arc, so he can't do anything there. Next up, we have the A-Wing at 3. What are you going to do with him? Who are you attacking? It's a range of 2 no matter what you do.
I'm attacking him.
Which one? Mauler Mythal?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's your attack. How much attack do you have?
2.
2, and I have 3 defense die. Okay, I have 3 evades, so good luck with that. You should have rolled first. That's something I'm bad at doing. The attacker should always roll first and then resolve any actions that he wants to with his tokens. But in this case, I rolled 3 defense, and he rolled 2 hits, so I dodged that. So finally, we have the Y-Wing. Are you going to attack with him?
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Which one? Mauler Mythal?
The one with the target lock.
Target lock? Alright. How much attack do you have with him?
2, but I'm going to use my iron cannon turret.
Ion cannon turret. So you are, let's see what this says here. Ion, attack 1 ship even outside your firing arc, range 1 to 2. You are in 2. So you get to roll 3 attack dice. If this attack hits the target, the ship suffers 1 damage and receives 1 ion token. Cancel all dice results. So go ahead and roll your 3 attack dice. Go ahead. Preferably without hitting the Y-Wing. Okay. So you've got 2 attack there. Now let me go ahead and roll my defense. Alright, I've got... Alright, you spent the target lock to fire that, didn't you?
No.
No? Okay. So that stays there. I have 1 evade and 1 focus. Had I had an extra focus token, I could have turned that to an evade. So he did hit me. So we're going to put an ion token there, and I do receive 1 damage. So I get a damage card face down near Mauler Mythal. And that should conclude the combat phase. Okay, movement phase. We'll start with the pilot with the lowest skill. That is the Y-Wing. What do you have there? 4 K-turn. Alright. Now you get a stress token. So you don't get to perform an action with that. Next up, you have your A-Wing. Let's put this down here. These over here. And what is that? A 5K turn. Let's move these behind it. This guy goes like so. You also get a stress token. And no action because you are now stressed. The next one up with the lowest skill is Night Beast. He is going to make a hard left at 1. That is a white maneuver, so I do not get stressed. And I didn't perform a green action, so I don't get a free action. However, I can do a regular action. So I will do... I think I'll do a focus. Next up on... Let's see, we got 6 here. So Backstabber would go next. I have him going hard right at 2. barely. Is that touching? It does look like we collide here. So you cannot target me, and I cannot target you with these two ships here. The Y-Wing and the TIE Fighter cannot target. I do not get a free action because I hit you. And finally, we're going to go ahead and resolve Mauler Mythal. I have him going... actually, I can't do anything with him because he has an Ion token. So he goes straight ahead 1, and that removes the Ion token. However, I do get a free... Let's see what this card says. Squad leader, choose one ship at range 1-2 that has a lower pilot skill than you, which is this one. The chosen ship may immediately perform one free action. So I'm going to go ahead and use... Possibly, I'll go ahead and use an evade on that one. And that should conclude the movement phase. Okay, combat phase. We'll start with the pilot with the highest skill, which is this guy over here. Actually, this goes away now. This is the Ion token. Nothing I can do there. He's facing the wrong direction. Next up, we have... is that Backstabber? Yeah. He cannot attack the Y-Wing because they're touching and he's not in the firing arc. But the A-Wing is fair game. That is at range 1. So that means I get to shoot an extra attack dice. So I get 3 attack die, and how many defense do you get? 3. Okay. So go ahead, I'll roll first. I've got 2 attack, 1 focus, and I have an evade token, so I can't do anything with the focus. So go ahead and roll. You've got 3 blank. So, yeah, you get 2 hits. Your A-Wing has how many shields?
2.
2. So you lose 2 of your shield tokens. And that concludes that attack. Next up we have Night Beast. He's in range of both, it looks like. The firing arc does touch the base of the A-Wing barely, so he's barely in range. I'm going to go ahead and attack the A-Wing here. Now, I'm at range 2, so I only get 2 attack dice, and I'll roll first. I get 1 hit, 1 focus. I'm going to use my focus to switch that to a hit. So I've got 2 hits. So go ahead and roll yours. You've got 2 evades and 1 focus, so you're safe. So that concludes that. Next up, we have the A-Wing. Who are you going to attack with that? That is at range 2, so no extra attack dice or defense.
I get 2 attack dice.
2 attack dice for you. Alright, so go ahead and roll your attack dice. 1 hit, 1 blank. I have 1 evade, 2 focus. So the hit and then the evade cancel out. No damage done with that attack. The Y-Wing's turn. You can go ahead and attack this guy. He's the only one in range.
Turret.
Ion cannon turret again.
Let's see what range.
Range 1.
So I get 4 attack dice.
4 attack dice. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Well, actually, let me do a roll check on the secondary weapon. One moment. Okay, after doing a roll check, I learned in the manual that the extra attack die only comes into play when you're dealing with the primary weapon. Since he is using a secondary weapon, even though he's at range 1, he would not get an extra attack die. So he gets 3. So go ahead and roll your 3. You've got 1 hit and 2 blanks. Let's move these up so I can compare them. All I need is 1 evade. I've got 3. Okay, so you missed the Ion Cannon attack. And that'll conclude the combat phase for this round. Okay, next up we have the movement phase. We'll go ahead and reveal them with the lowest pilot skill. 2 is the Y-Wing. So what do you got going on here? 2 straight ahead. Pretty sure you're going to hit somebody. Or not.
Yeah.
Well, let's move that.
Probably hit both of you.
You're good.
Barely.
Now you get an action. Is that a green maneuver?
Yes.
It was. So you get to remove your stress token. Let me move your target lock. And you get an action. You get either a target lock or focus, but you already have a target lock on focus. I got it. Okay. Next up we have the A-Wing. Pilot skill 3. You can't do a K turn when you're stressed. What did you do? Oh, straight 5? Okay. That's a green maneuver. I guess the wheel moved Alright, so no more stress token. And what do you want to do for your action?
Focus.
Focus, I got it. Alright, next up for movement, we have the next highest is Night Beast. I'm going to do 2 straight ahead. It's a green maneuver. Now, because that was a green maneuver, I get to do a free focus action. And now I will also perform another action. I'll just do an evade, even though he's not really in range of anything. Let's see, what else? I guess if the Y-Wing were to fire on him, he could, dodge that with the ion cannon. Next up, we have the 6 here. Let's go ahead and resolve that. That is a 3K turn. That is Backstabber. I will get a stress token. So no action for me. And finally, I've got Muller Mythal going to the right at 1. I'm going to collide. So, yeah, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to move him up a little bit, touch the Y-Wing, collision. No free action, but we can't target each other because we're now collided. So that will conclude the movement phase. All right, combat phase. First up, we have Muller Mythal. He cannot attack the Y-Wing because they are colliding with one another. However, the A-Wing is fair game. So we'll go ahead and measure that distance. Distance of 2. I get 2 attack dice. He gets 3. So let me roll mine first. I get 2 hits. What do you got? 1 evade, 1 focus. Are you going to spend your focus token? Alright, so you're going to spend that. That means 2 hits to 2 evades. No damage is done for that round. Next up, we have a, let's see, the 6 is the next highest, Backstabber. His special ability reads, when attacking from outside the defender's firing arc, roll 1 additional attack dice. So he is behind. I'm going to go ahead and target, who am I going to target? See if I can get, yeah, I'll go ahead and target the A-Wing. That has a range of 3. He gets an additional defense die for being at range 3. And I get an extra attack dice for... Where's the other attack dice at? There we go. Alright, so let me roll my attack dice first. I've got 2 hits and a focus. Focus I can't do anything with. Why would I get another one? My primary weapon has 2 attack on it, and I get an additional 1 because of his special ability. You have 2 focus and, wow, 2 blank. That's unlucky. Okay, so you get 2 hits on yours. So you get 2 face-down cards. What's your hull value at? 2. Oh, so your A-Wing actually gets destroyed. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. Next up, we have Night Beast. He has a pilot skill of 5. He has, let's see, that's range 1, primary weapon, so that would be 3 attack dice, and I'll go ahead and roll for that. Alright, wow, 3 hits. The dice are, this is making up for the last game we played. You got 1 defense die, it's a blank, so that is 3 hits. How many shields do you have?
3.
3, okay, so you're...
And my hull value is 5.
Your hull value is 5, so you've still got some ways to go yet. So actually that will conclude that. And now the Y-Wing can attack. What are you going to use with him? The ion cannon again?
How much is this?
That's both, I mean, what's your range of your ion cannon? 1 to 2?
2.
This is range 2 barely. Barely.
Range 2.
So you're going to attack him? Okay. So you get to roll 3 attack dice for your ion cannon, and I get to roll 3 defense die whenever you're done. You still have a focus, mind you. 1 focus, so 2 blank, so you're going to spend that. That's a hit. Alright, so you've got 1 hit. I got to get 1 evade at least. Alright, 1 evade, so I'm safe there. And that can. Yeah, hey, sometimes the dice will do that. All right, we'll move on to the movement phase next. All right, movement phase. We'll start with the Y-wing, lowest pilot skill, 4K turn. That will give you a. I got it. All right, you got it.
Got a stress token.
Stress token.
With the target lock with it.
All right. So you can't do any action with that. Next up is my 5. That is a 1 hard right. If I can find it. There it is.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Okay. I get to perform an action with that. I'm going to go ahead and do an evade token. Actually, I'll do a focus. Next up, we have backstabber. 2 to the right. That'll remove the stress token. That's a green maneuver. And for my action with that, I will go ahead and do a focus. And finally, Muller Mythal. He has a slight left at 2. Oh, great.
He's going to touch.
Maybe, maybe not. Barely not. Okay. So he moves up. For his action, he'll perform... let's do another focus. Now, his special ability... And actually, no. What am I going to do with him? Instead of the focus, I might do the squad leader. No, there's no point. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just do focus and be done with it. And that will conclude the movement phase for this round. Okay, combat phase. We'll move on to the person with the highest skill. In this case, it is Muller Mythal. He is at range 1, so I get an extra attack dice with that. So I get 3 instead of 2. So let me roll mine, and then you can roll yours. Now hold on, I got 2 hits and a focus. I'm spending my focus to change the focus into a hit. So I have 3 hits. Your 1 defense die is a focus. So you've got 3 hits on you. That's 3 face down damage cards.
You won.
Nah, we'll see.
You won.
It's not over until the fat lady sings. So you've got 2 hull left on your Y-wing. Next up is backstabber. 3. So you get an extra defense die. I get 2 attack. All right, let me roll mine first. I've got a critical and a regular hit. You've got a focus and an evade. So the hit is canceled first, critical hit. So you have a face-up damage card. This is a minor hull breach. After executing a red maneuver, roll 1 attack die. On a hit result, suffer 1 damage. So if you do a red maneuver, you'll have to roll for damage. All right, finally we have Night Beast, range 2. Yeah, range 2. And it's 2 attack dice. Get rid of this focus.
You just have to have 1 attack and 1.
Alright, I got 1 attack, 1 evade. You actually survived that. Okay. So now it's your turn to attack if you want to. I'm pretty sure you do want to. So you're going to spend your...
Proton torpedoes!
Okay, you're going to do proton torpedoes.
I'll target him.
Actually, that's at range 2 or 3. What range are you at? You're at range 1.
I'll attack him. He's at range 2.
Range 2. So yeah, the Night Beast is at range 2. But that's that you can't use a target lock on him. He doesn't have a target lock, so you can't use your proton torpedoes.
I will attack him.
You're going to attack him?
Just
now you can use your primary weapon, and you can re-roll your attack die with your target lock if you want to.
And I'm at range 1.
So you get an extra attack die with your...
3 plus a regular.
Wait, how much weapons do you have? 2? Okay, so you have 3 attack dice. Go ahead and roll your 3. 3. I got mine. Go ahead. Roll your 3. You've got 2. You got 2 hits and a focus.
I will re-roll this one.
All right, you're going to spend your target lock. You got 3 hits. Good job. All right.
That would destroy your one guy.
If I don't roll any evades. Okay, no evades. So there goes Muller Mythal. All
but
right.
because I used that, R5K6, but after spending a target lock, we roll one defense
What?
die.
That is to initiate a target lock on the same target. You destroyed your target, so you can't use that. Yeah. All right. Good try, though. Good try. All right, so that concludes that combat phase. We'll move on to the movement phase. All right, movement phase. We'll start with the lowest pilot skill, 2 forward.
But it is a green maneuver.
Green maneuver. All right, you collided with my ship, so we'll move him back there. No free action, but your stress token is removed. All right, next up we have Night Beast at 5, 3K turn. There we go.
Man.
All right, that adds a stress token. Next up, so I can't do any action. Next up, Backstabber, pilot skill of 6, 4K turn. And I get a stress there. All right, and that concludes the movement phase. Okay, combat phase. We'll go ahead and move on to the first one is this 6, that is Backstabber. Unfortunately, he is not within the firing arc, so he will not be attacking this round. Night Beast is up next. He is within the firing arc at range 2. So I get 2 attack dice, you get 1 defense die. Okay. So let me attack first. 1 hit, 1 evade, so you're safe. And finally, the Y-Wing can attack now.
I'll use the ion cannon.
Ion cannon, are you within range? Is it 1, 2?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are. Which one are you attacking?
Attack him.
Alright, so you get to roll 3 attack dice.
You get 2. 3 defense.
Alright, so we got 2 hits and a blank. I got 3 evade. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So nothing really happened that turn. We'll move on to the movement phase next. Movement phase, Y-Wing. 2 hard right.
Yep.
So you're going to move this way?
No, other way.
Okay. Action.
Hmm.
You got a target lock and a focus.
Target lock.
Alright, which one? They're both in range.
Yeah.
Him?
Yeah.
Backstabber?
Yeah,
All right.
he has the highest.
Alright, next movement, 5, 2 straight. That is a green maneuver and will remove the stress token. I think it's in range. Just let me move these first and then hold on.
Yeah.
I'll do this later.
He's at 2.
Next up, actually, there's an action for that guy. Let me go ahead and do a, well, actually, that's a good, yeah, he's in range.
He's at 2 then.
Yeah. I was going to do a barrel roll, but I don't need to. I'll do a focus.
He might need a barrel roll.
2 straight ahead. Barrel roll won't even matter at this point. That removes the stress. And for my action, I will do an evade. And that will conclude the movement phase. Okay, attacking. We'll go ahead and start with the highest. Oh, wrong one. He is not in range, or the firing arc is not in range, so he can't fire. The 5 can, however, so we'll go with him next. He gets 2 attack dice. 1 focus. I'm going to change that to a hit. 1 evade, so you're safe. Finally, your Y-Wing, what are you going to do with him?
Attack this guy.
Alright, with the ion cannon. Alright, so you get
range.
3 attack dice. Yeah, it's in range. You get 2 attack dice, or 3, okay.
Let's go.
Go ahead and roll yours first. What? No, actually...
I'll spend the target lock ability.
No, the target lock is only for primary weapon. Actually, again, roll check. Let me shut the camera off and look. Okay, I'm looking at it now, and I don't see anything that mentions secondary weapon. considering the circumstances, I will allow it. If you guys happen to know the exact rules for whether or not you can spend a target lock to reroll a secondary weapon fire, in most cases, like the proton torpedo, they spend the target lock. But he has an ion cannon that can be fired without a target lock. So I'll go ahead and, if you want to use your target lock, you can reroll those. Alright, so that's 2 hits. Let me go ahead and roll mine. 1 evade, and I've got an evade token. So it doesn't matter. The 2 hits canceled by the 2 evades.
Use this ability. It says, when you spend your target roll 1 defense die.
When you spend your target lock, roll 1 defense die. And then if you roll an evade token, or an evade on your die, you can reacquire the target lock. Alright, so you get that target lock back. Alright, and that'll conclude combat phase for this round. Movement, Y-Wing. Lowest pilot skill, 2 this way. Alright. Hard bank, it's a white maneuver, no stress. Action, what do you want to use for your action?
I already have a target lock, so I'll do a focus.
Figure. Alright, next up we have the 5. That is a 1 hard this way. Where is it? That's a bank. Alright, there we go.
This one?
Yeah,
That way.
this way.
You're not in firing range.
Well, we'll see. I'll do the roller later. Just give me a minute.
Roller. No.
I will barrel roll for my action.
I thought you were going to do that. And that would be in range what? 2.
2. Well,
Yes.
it's right on. Closest to closest is. That is actually range 1. Closest to closest. Base, closest base. That's range 1. Barely.
I thought you had to do.
So that was my action.
I'll back that.
1 this way. Move that. And for my action with Backstabber, I will go ahead and take a focus. Alright, and that concludes the movement phase. Alright, combat. We'll start with the highest at 6, that is Backstabber. That is at range 2. Closest to closest. 2 barely. So we're going to go ahead and roll. I get an extra attack dice because he's outside the firing arc.
Oh, yeah.
That's Backstabber's special ability. So let me roll first. I've got a hit and a critical hit. How much defense do you have? 1 evade. So the 1 hit is canceled there. Critical hit, face up damage. It doesn't matter. You've got hull of what? 5 now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reduce your primary value by 1 to 0. You roll 1 attack.
Alright, so the Y-Wing is out of the picture. So that concludes the game. Good job. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed our game. As always, you can check out my reviews and other material at www.dadsgamingaddiction.com, or you can simply click on the link in the below description. That'll take you there as well. This is Vince and Vinny Jr. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.